Hey everyone, what is up? Just wanted to come on live and do some fireside chats with you guys. If you don't know what that is, it's a reference to something that Roosevelt did during the 1930s when he was president, and he would go on radio and he would talk to the public during times of crisis, which the country was in a time of crisis at the time, and he would go live and he would just talk to them and assuage their fears and explain what was going on. And I always thought, I remember learning that in history, and I always thought that was such an amazing act of kindness for a leader to do. I thought to myself, man, what a way to really set an example of taking care of your people. And I really admired that about him. So I am inspired to do the very same thing with you guys. Every night when I sit down to work, this is usually my work hour, because this is usually when my son is asleep, my in-laws have gone to bed, and I'm just kind of decompressing from my day and coming into my world of work. I ask myself, okay, what am I doing right now? There is a sort of checklist that we as business owners typically have, but right now it's been more of the call to show up in the way that I can serve you guys best and be a model of compassion and also serenity, because I feel like that's really necessary right now. Hi, Angela. Hi, Maddie. Hi, Leanne. Hi, Leah. Hi, Kobe. Hi, Regina. Say hello. Welcome to my fireside chat. So today has been a very interesting day. I did not sleep at all last night. How many of you guys are struggling with sleep? How many of you, show me via emojis or share a comment or something, how many of you guys are currently struggling with the sleep time? Being able to step away from being awake. Okay, so. All right, I've spoken to a few of my friends via text today that are having the same experience, finding it real difficult to rest. I don't have a fire because I live in Florida, Leah. Do not have a fire for you because I'll be living in the Floridas, okay? All right, Angela's struggling real hard. Yeah, it's an understatement. So let's talk about what is top of mind for you guys. I think it's important that you guys get to express what might be a fear that you're having or something that's going on so that we can kind of like reframe it. Hey, Regina. Okay, you're an esthetician at Massage Envy. Yeah, those careers are crazy tough right now. It's so strange, because for those of you who know my own story, I have been a massage therapist for 8 years solid. And just in November of 2019, I made the decision to quit my career, retire as a therapist, move states. I moved to a different state, sold my house, bought a new house, and by January I was living in a different state in a new house and working online full-time exclusively, pulled my son out of school. The urgency to do that was really dramatic. It was like a really strong, intuitive push, and it was terrifying because I was like, we really aren't in a position to do all of this change very drastically, but it felt like it was an absolute necessary. Like I had to get that done, and I had to do it in that window of time. So instead of asking a lot of questions, what I usually do is just trust my intuition that for some reason I'm being led in that direction. Then sure enough, as we land here and within 2 months, this is happening, right? I don't believe in coincidences at all. I think that we are being led moment to moment. I think a lot of us maybe are not listening to the cues because we get scared. Maybe someone else in my position would have panicked about making such a dramatic decision and stayed and maybe ended up in a non-ideal situation for them. Whereas the situation I am now is an ideal situation for us as a family unit, and now my in-laws being here. So the first thing that I want to say to you guys is to really, right now is so important that you're making time to listen to your intuition, to really, really pay attention to the hits that you're being given moment to moment to moment. And for a lot of you guys, the struggle is going to be that you are accustomed to living a very loud life. And what I mean by that is you're accustomed to the outside noise of distraction, of the daily grind, of other people's opinions, of family responsibilities. You're accustomed to so much noise that slowing down and turning inward and listening to what you're being called to do is going to be very intense. And for a lot of you, if you're already living the shutdown, if you're already quarantined and you're not used to sitting with yourself, this is going to feel like an anxiety attack pretty much every single day of your life. For now, is going to feel that way. It is very uncomfortable, Leah. It is very uncomfortable. And for those of us who have never created a practice around this, it is going to feel terrifying, okay? So for those of you who are in careers like bodywork, like aesthetics, where your job is literally putting your hands on people, and right now that's not only being discouraged, it's being strongly discouraged, and pretty soon here we're going to be on lockdown for any period of time across the country. If you're continuing to assume that's a maybe, consider it a guaranteed. So make whatever preparations you need to make to take care of that. Also know that a lot of companies, because my own utility companies have already reached out to me about they won't be suspending your electricity, for example, if you don't pay. If you're late to a bill, you don't pay. A lot of companies have already sent out those messages, so if yours hasn't yet, it's only a matter of time before that happens. They've officially stopped interest rates on student loans, like effective immediately. So you're still paying on your student loans, or you don't have to pay on your student loans, but interest is not accruing. So that's already happening. All of interest rates across the board have dropped to zero, which means that right now you can borrow, like put things on a credit card for 0% interest. Like that's where we are at, that everyone is just making it as accessible as possible to live right now. So that's a good thing. That is a good thing. And it might be like in Italy where they stop mortgage payments, because in Italy, I mean, that country is really on lockdown, and they had a really intense case. So, you know, their mortgage payments were suspended. So that might happen here as well. So just make sure that as you're traversing your own concerns or your own, okay, so Verizon's given unlimited data to all its customers during this time. Duke Energy, yep, I got a message. That's our people on Piedmont Gas. See, so companies are banding together to help us. So look for the gratitude in those things, and look for just the knowing that we are going to make it out of this. We will survive the situation. It's not going to be the descent that I think a lot of people are fearing that it is. I made a video a little while ago where I talked about, sort of very, very lightly hit on what's going behind the scenes with this pandemic and all that stuff. And there's so much to this story. It's really, really intense. And I 100% believe that the virus propaganda, again, I'm not saying it's not real, I'm not saying it's not a thing, I'm saying that alongside the presence of the virus, there's been a lot of fear propaganda, very strategically placed everywhere to make everyone freak out. There is an agenda of mandatory vaccination. I'm sure that's coming. I'm sure that's going to be presented somewhere along the line. I'm sure that they're going to like try and use this in some way, shape, or form. Yeah, I'm the same way, Kobe. I also feel super calm, and I've heard that from a lot of people. They're like, I feel like my rational brain is like, I should be panicking, but I'm not, and I'm going to explain why. Because what's coming at the other end of this is actually everything that we have needed for a very long time. Our globe has needed to ascend for a while. I mean, the ascension process has been in full-blown ongoing for a hot minute. But that final leap of going from the way that things have always been to the way that things are going to be was missing. And that's happening right now. And in order for that to be the case, a lot has to change, and it has to change very rapidly right now. Like, this is the year, this is the time. So I'm not going to be disclosing like details and names. Y'all can go on the internet and find all this information for yourself. That's not part of my job. But what is part of my job is to tell you to be prepared, as I said last video, stay aware, understand that the media is privately owned, and that right now it is going to show you whatever conveniences it for you to see. Okay? First and foremost, you are not seeing objective material being presented to you. You're seeing very strategic material, and that's not new. That's been going on forever. Everything that we watch, everything that we are shown is filtered very specifically. So just know that you don't have to give in to whatever you're being shown on a screen or in an article or whatever. Really take the time to cultivate that intuitive ability that I talked about earlier, so that you know what information to access, what you're seeing that resonates with you and what you're seeing that does not resonate with you. Your ability to discern is really, really important right now. This is like one of the greatest gifts that we have as human beings, is our ability to sense, is our ability to have that intuition that's so special about us. And right now it is so important that you are using that and really leaning into that. I have that restless energy that I can get right before a hurricane hits. Yes. Something came across my pattern today that made note to something 700 years ago. Look at that, Kobe. The patterns are everywhere. So crazy. Hey, Margaret. Hey, John. Welcome. Hey, Jenny. So you will make it out of this, even if you have to step away from work for a while. Maybe you're nervous about that because of your income. I completely understand. Being a therapist, I know how that works. Like, you're only getting paid when your hands are on somebody, and unless you have a nice fat savings line somewhere around, it doesn't work out for you very well. I've said this before, and I'll say it now, that right now, yeah, Blade is a very excited doggy. Right now is a phenomenal opportunity for you to consider what you can do from home to earn income. There are tons of resources on the internet for learning about that. I am right now crazy grateful that I have the online business that I have, because I get to still show up and work and serve and help people and generate income, and I'm not going to feel it the way that other people are going to feel it. I'm not going to use this slides video to be like, hey, everybody asked me about what I do. Most of you probably don't care, don't have an interest in fitness and nutrition at all. But if you do, not an awful thing to be considering right about now, especially because probably for your own fitness, you can't leave your house, you can't go work out anywhere, you can't do anything. So might as well work out from home and also learn how to start your own business, because now you have the time to learn this. A lot of people, when they're joining, they're like, I don't have the time. And I'm like, everybody got the time now. So that's actually something I'm focusing on in the next couple of weeks, is going into the team and training and doing a lot more education and bonding virtually, because there's so much time to do that and everybody will be home at the same time. So the other thing I want to offer you is start exploring in your mind, okay, so this is going to blow over and things are going to change and we're going to be fine, but what can I bring into my world from now on that will sustain me when something like this happens, right? Like, I think this is really important lesson in a lot of things. Number one, in connection, and it's obvious because we're all being quarantined together. So it's like we have to dive into our relationships and really nurture them now, because we don't have any other choice. But also about diversifying our life and diversifying our finances and diversifying our interests, so that we don't have all of our eggs in a basket, and especially not in the government. Like, I hate to break it to everybody who's watching this thinking the government is like really interested in you and wants to take care of you. That ain't true. Like, up until now, the government was interested in taking all of your money illegally, because that's what taxation is, by the way, and controlling your assets and controlling your experience of reality. That's what they're interested in. So if you've believed that somehow like they were just going to look out for you, that's not actually the case. And I think this moment right now is going to be the moment where a lot of people realize that's true and decide to make changes. So I think it's a good thing. Hey, Pam. Hey, Pam and Pam. Both Pams are on. So yeah, take some time to really start thinking about, what do I want to do? Like, what can I bring into my life that diversifies my life? Like, I'm doing that right now. I have a home business, which I love, but I'm also looking at other things. I'm also looking at other ways of diversifying my hobbies, my wealth, my interests. I'm looking at all that right now as well. As well as taking care of my family, because my in-laws just arrived and I'm having to learn a whole new family dynamic because they're living here and they're involved in every part of our life now. And so we're all getting acclimated to that. And there's a lot of learning happening right now on my end. So what questions do you have? What is like spinning in your mind? What do you want to know more about? Hi, Christina. How can I support you right now? Ask away. Hi, Instagram peeps. I'm on Instagram Live as well. How are you guys? I can wave at you guys. What's up? Please ask me questions. Or maybe there's just a concern that you want to say out loud. Like Regina just shared her concern about her career. And you just like want to say it and have it be witnessed. That's cool too. If you're going to ask me about my conspiracy stuff, I'm happy to talk about that. Just don't be surprised if this video like disappears or something weird happens to it. You know, that's like pretty standard. I'm oddly very calm, reassuring family, friends, encouraging things. See, a lot of us are having that experience where you're like, I should be freaking out, but I'm not freaking out. Why? Why is this not? Why am I not terrified? How long do I think this is going to last? So I would say prepare to be indoors anywhere between like 6 to 8 weeks is what I'm preparing for. I know that sounds like a lot. It is a lot, but that's what I'm personally preparing myself for, to be home for that period of time. So grounding right now is going to be like an essential practice for that. I'm also using a lot of things like Rescue Remedy tablets, Rescue Remedy lozenges, CBD if you have CBD, all that stuff that can help you slow down physically, just slow the body down. Other than that, of course, things like meditation, movement. Like today, I was really feeling very intense in my body, precisely because I ran out in the afternoon to do a couple things that I wanted to do. Like I wanted to fill my tank with gas. I wanted to go to the bank and get some cash, etc. And when I came home, just from being around people and all of that energy, I was like very tightly strung. So I worked out and I extended my workout a little bit, and that's what I needed. I just needed to like move and breathe hard and sweat and like get the energy out of my body, which is why fitness again right now, it's like should be part of your medicine cabinet. If you do not have something you can do in your house for exercise, get with that. Doesn't have to be what I do, but I have the best of it. So if you're looking for the very best solution to your problem right now of being stuck, that's me. But do something, move your body, because you are not used to staying still or staying in one place for that long. So move it, or you're going to lose your mind. Your body needs to move so you can breathe too. That's the other thing about movement. A lot of people don't realize it's like not just about the exercise piece. It's like when you're moving your body like that, you have to breathe more intentionally. So you breathe more deeply, and that's really important for the body. You oxygenate differently when you're exercising versus not. Most people, from my background in therapy, my background in yoga, and all the things that I've done, you breathe from here up. It's a very shallow breath. It's a rapid breath, and it's also a stress breath. It's a breath that's associated with being under stress. When you're exercising, you have to deepen the breath. You have to, because you're out of breath quickly because you're moving your body. So this is where I think exercise is so brilliant, because it just kind of forces you to take deep breaths, and so it slows you down in multiple levels. Totally agree on the vaccine. Yes, girl, they're going to develop something. They're going to tell everybody how you need it. It's not going to work, but that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to ploy that right now. I haven't felt like working out since I haven't felt good lately, but that's definitely something I need to get back into. Yeah, it makes a huge difference. The work, the moving the body and the breathing is so important. Yeah, start slow. You know, you don't have to jump. And that's the thing about a lot of us who have been in fitness for a while, like Leah has. We want to just like go back into what we know we're capable of doing, but you really don't have to do all that much. Just move a little bit, breathe a little bit more deeply, just deepen yourself a little bit, you know, get back into it gradually and slowly and let the breath and the movement and that feeling support you. Also, you guys know that I have an online virtual fitness group. I coach people in there. I'm in there daily, logging my own stuff as well as seeing what other people are logging. That is an amazing resource if you feel like you're needing like group support, group coaching, group access. Like you get that with the fitness in our community. So it's like such a brilliant time to get that into your life if you don't have that into your life. Hey, Katie, what's up, girl? I have not seen you in a hot minute. How are you doing? You travel a lot. How are you doing? I think I am not. This is from Kobe. I am not freaking out because I've given myself permission to prepare, not panic, and have discussions with my sons. I'm actually calmly transitioning through the stages of this process. Yeah, we've been working together as a family. That is beautiful. We have been doing the same thing here with my in-laws. And as my son is really unaware of what's happening, he kind of knows because we talk a lot about hand washing and why that's so important. But for the most part, it's real chill in the house, so he doesn't have stress. He doesn't feel stress about it. I plan on modifying his spot. I'm on week 8. I can't just, yeah, of course not. Of course not. Oh, thank you for all the hearts. I love the hearts. Yes, modify, move slow, get into it slow. I think that's, you know, Kobe, I think that's really brilliantly put. It's about preparing and staying aware and taking all the precautions. Like if you've ever lived through a hurricane or something, you're like, fill your gas tank and get money if you need it from the bank and do like, just do things that you would prepare for like a normal emergency in your life and just like, take some deep breaths, like slow down. Today I took a nap because I haven't been sleeping. Again, we talked about that earlier in the transmission. And so I took a nap in the middle of the day, which was real weird because I don't nap. As soon as the sun's out, I'm like, I gotta do stuff. And I just have allowed myself to be lazier than usual. You know, I really have. I've allowed myself to lounge a lot, to stare at TikTok videos. By the way, I made it to like 13,000 TikTok views today, and I just about thought I was famous, straight up. You know, just let yourself do whatever you need to do to chill. Like, just let yourself do it, you know? And I think where you're going to stress yourself out and stress yourself sick is when you're sitting at home thinking to yourself, oh my God, I'm not working, I'm not generating income, I'm not blah, 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 blah. Like, don't think about that because you have no control over what's happening. Like, you cannot control what's happening. It is happening. The entire country is being shut down and you don't have control over that. So don't stress because if you're not going to be making the income, you're not going to be able to pay your bills and the company is just going to have to be cool with that. Like, they have to because it's a national emergency, right? So don't fret about something that you can't control because that's just not going to serve you. What it is going to do is lower your defenses, lower your frequency, and get you susceptible to being sick. And it's going to make this entire quarantine period miserable instead of being an opportunity for you to turn inward and appreciate being at home. So do not worry about things you cannot control. Stay in the present moment. Receive what's being given to you, even if it feels hard to receive. I definitely feel that need to rest and nap. Yeah, just chill. My 23-year-old son has been keeping us in the know of what's going on at the epicenter of it all. I mean, he is brilliant. My kids are calm, so we're all calm. Yeah, just like research and know what's happening. Watch some documentaries, but don't watch any of the ones I watched at night because you won't sleep either. Worry about what you can control. Yes, let go of what you can't because that's just the truth, right? Isn't it? Hey, Sarah. We as much as we want to say, oh, please don't shut everything off. Oh, please, my career, don't close it. Like, it's happening. It's happening. So we have to flow with the tides of what's happening. And resisting it is not going to feel good in your body, and it's going to make you ill. So don't do that. Lean into like gratitude that we have the internet, and I can talk to you guys, and you can talk to me, and you can tell me what's going on, and I can answer you, and we still can connect in this way, which I think is so cool, right? Back when fireside chats were really a thing, it was a radio. You had to sit by this static ass radio and listen to the president like assuage you, and now you get to see a video, and it's like a whole new world. So much better this way. Anything else you guys want to bring up, needing help with? Maybe you're getting any intuitive messages you're getting or hits you're getting, and you want to confirm them, or things that are coming up for you that might seem strange. Maybe you're doing some lucid dreaming or astral projection, or some weird things are happening in your world, and you're like, whoa, what's going on? Because this is very much like a dismantling of the matrix is what we're living in right now. And that's what it's going to feel like. It feels like when Neo woke up and he was like, WTF is all of this that's going on. That's what's happening right now. And we're at the point where the matrix is being destroyed, and it is trying to fight back so it doesn't get destroyed. So the illusion doesn't get shattered, and it stays together, and it's not happy about that. That's where we are. There's another movie reference. None of these movies were fake. Surprise. They were all based on truth. Little did you know. All right, I don't see any questions on my Instagram either. What up, Susie? Yeah, go watch it. Go watch The Matrix. Go watch Star Wars. Every Star Wars film is a reference to this. The whole concept of the Empire and the Alliance. I mean, that's exactly what we're living right now. Straight up. Exactly. So here's what I'm doing on my end to support you guys. Right now, one of the coaches in one of our big team pages compiled a list, a PDF of every time that we launch a new workout program, we get what's called like there's a sizzler to the workout, which is like a trailer of what the workout's going to be about. And then they're recently have been giving us sample workouts. So she did a PDF where she took those links from our coach offices. We have them in organized in our coach office, and made a PDF so that we can give it to certain people who would be interested in trying some workouts. There's about 7 of them from home for free. So I'm going to have that, and I'm creating a small little free group that you can come into and do workouts with us, and just have something that's a free resource that will give you insight into what we have to offer as far as exercise and fitness, but also give you something to do. And at least there's like 7 of them. So that's pretty decent for you to try. So if you are interested in that, what I'll do is I'll drop a little like a link in here for signing up for to receive invitation to that group. And if you comment on it, then I'll add you to that group. And if you do want to join like a specific focus group, you're just like, F it, I want the library, give me all the workouts, I'm gonna be home for a while, I can give you access to that as well. Hey Stacy, what's up? Tanya, I have been asking for a way to get back to my remote schedule, and here it is. Isn't that so bizarre? Like, not what I meant, universe, but okay, I'll take it. I guess coronavirus it is. That's so funny. So that's what I'm doing this week. Today started prep week for my 3rd bar group. So this is the last time I'm running a full, it's a 60-day program, full 60-day program per bar. So actually, if you get locked in for 8 weeks, you can complete this entire program with us and have amazing results by the end of the 8 weeks. So if you did want to join us for that group, it's happening right now, but it's prep week. We don't officially start the program until next Monday. So you have time to get in there. Right now, all the videos that are being posted in that group are little bits of information, how to prepare, how to get started, what you'll need, etc. So you can come on in and join us for the focus group. It's all the story clips you've been watching of my workouts. That's the program that we're doing. We just launched another new program, which I'm starting a group for in April. So stay tuned for details about that program, because it is a boxing program. So for all of you who are huge boxing fans, I think you're really going to love this one, and it's going to be a big hit. But that's what I'm doing right now. I'm focusing on those clients who are coming into that group. I'm focusing on my team and helping them, supporting them the way I'm supporting you guys right now, but also with business and helping them keep their businesses thriving, even in times of uncertainty, because everybody tends to panic when stuff like this happens. But honestly, I personally feel like there's never been a better time for an online business. There's never been a better time for learning how to generate some income from the internet. And I think understanding the value of that now that we're all stuck at home is freaking huge. So do some research, figure out what best matches your interest, and get on that, because phenomenal time to do that. Yeah, don't freak out. It's going to be okay. It's going to be a little weird. It's going to get weird for a second. Like there's going to be uncertainty and stuff, but it's really going to be fine. So just enjoy the staycation you're about to get given. And enjoy connecting with each other. That's what I can say about this whole thing. All right. Thanks for hopping on with me, you guys. I intend to do these pretty often. I don't have a set schedule for them yet, but if you can click follow me and notify first or whatever, and when I go live, you'll get pinged. And I decided to do these on my personal profile because I know they get more reach, so I can talk to more of you and access more of you in conversation, which is the goal. Yeah, and if you have anybody who needs a fireside chat, who's freaking out, send them this video or tag them or invite them to the next fireside chat. I am doing a group meditation April 4th. That is on my fan page. Let me see if I can tag my own fan page from in here. But is it letting me do it? No, it's not letting me do it. See? Angela got pinged, so you have to actually like and see and click on see first or something, and then it will show you. So go to my fan page for the meditation event because it's on there. But it'll be April 4th, and it's going to be at a universal time, which is a weird EST, CST time, but I still think it's worth to get up and do it because it's going to be a mass global meditation for a Stargate that's opening at that time, and y'all want to be a part of that for sure. All right, so I am signing off this fireside chat. Some of you I will be talking to in a few seconds as I'm going through my notes and checking in with people. If you have any questions about anything, whether it's how to get more support or joining this group that I'm hosting, etc., let me know, and I am happy to chat with you guys. All right, my loves, have an amazing one. Bye.